Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make what seems to be a pretty easy recipe. It's called cheeseburgers and fries casserole. And I've already got our bell pepper and onion cooked. You're supposed to cook that with a little bit of oil. I just did it for just a little bit of oil, that way I didn't have to drain it. And just cooking it until it's soft. And now I'm going to cook the ground beef. Recipe calls for 2 pounds. I think this is just under 2 pounds. So I need to get this cooked and drain it. And then I will be right back with the rest of the recipe. Okay, y'all. So I got the beef cooked, drained it. Now I'm going to add my spices. We're going to need tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. That should be all of it right there. I'm going to need some garlic salt. I'm going to have to, moisture has gotten to mine, so I'm going to need 2 or 3 teaspoons. That's all I'm going to be able to get out today. 2 teaspoons of black pepper. I'm just going to try to eyeball that best I can. 2 teaspoons of paprika. Just a touch more. And salt, pepper, got all that. And I'm going to go ahead and put some dried parsley in it. And then we're supposed to sprinkle some of that on the outside as well. I'm sorry. You're supposed to sprinkle some of that on the top as well when we're done. Alright. And let this cook for just a minute. I've got it on basically medium heat. Not medium high heat, but a little bit almost there. So we'll let this cook a second. It's already cooked a few seconds here. Okay. Now, we're going to add some Velveeta. I'm going to only add about 8 ounces, which is about cups worth. These are supposed to be cut into cubes. And I didn't get the rest of these cut into cubes. Let me do that real quick. You can, of course, add more. You can, of course, add more if you want it more cheesier. So, just going to stir this around, get this melted. I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 375 while we're still getting this ready. We still have a little ways to go. A few more things to add, and then we can put it in the oven. so while this is melting, we're going to add a cup of sharp cheddar. And we're going to make sure we stir that in as well. A lot of cheese. Alright, we got to keep stirring this until it's well combined. And then we'll put it in our casserole dish. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do next is we're going to put this in a 9x13 pan that I've already got ready. We're going to have to spray it, of course. And we're going to have to let it cool for a minute because we've got to store some eggs in this. I know it sounds crazy, but just bear with me. So I'll be right back. I'm going to put this mixture in my casserole dish and I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes and cool off. And I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. So I think this is cooled enough. It's still warm and hopefully it won't cook my eggs, but we'll try it and see. Alright, this is 2 eggs beaten. And I'm going to just go ahead and mix all this in, stir it in. And I probably could have done this in the skillet, but the skillet was hot. So I didn't want to take a chance on, you know, cooking them. Alright, so try to mix this in best you can. So it's a little bit added to it too. Okay. Now, we have a cup of cheese left. And I'm going to, let's make sure we clean this off. I have a cup of cheese left. And what we're going to do is before we put the fries on here, we're going to use about half of that cheese. Just sprinkle it. Okay. I don't even think I'm using a full half a cup. So that's fine. Alright, so I went to Aldi's and I got 2-pound bag of fries, and we're going to use about half in this, and they're crinkle cut. We'll see. Okay, and we'll try to not leave a huge mess, but I've seen other casseroles like this before and they kind of just pile them all on there. What we need to do is try to make it a single layer as much as we can. How are we going to be able to? I don't know, but best we can. We're just going to try. Alright. It's not the prettiest thing, but now I'm going to put some seasoned salt in here, and I always use Lowry's reduced sodium seasoned salt, and some pepper. Okay. Now, after you put your fries on and after you season everything, you're going to go ahead and put this in the oven to bake for 45 minutes uncovered. Then when you take it out, we're going to do a few other things to it, and then we'll be done. Alright, I'll see you back here in about 45 minutes. Okay, y'all. So this is after 45 minutes being in the oven. So our last little bit of this recipe is taking your remainder half a cup of cheese, sprinkling it over. And of course you can add more if you want more. And a little bit of parsley, dry parsley on top. So you're going to stick this back in the oven about another 15-20 minutes and let all this melt. And then we're ready to serve. It shouldn't take long at all. I'll bring it out and show you the end product here in just a few minutes, 15 minutes. Okay, y'all. So this is 15 minutes later. This is the finished product. Except for all the prep work, it was a pretty decent recipe. I'm sure it's gonna taste great. I've used recipes from this lady a lot and they're always really good. Just make sure that you've let it cook enough because you do have egg included. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a real quick casserole, really quick. It's basically a penne pasta casserole. It'll have hamburger meat in it, spaghetti sauce, pasta, mozzarella. That's it. And then you can season how you like. I've already cooked a pound of ground beef and I've already drained it. And I'm going to add my favorite pasta sauce, which is ragu, and you can add your favorite pasta sauce. This is about 45 ounces. I tried to find something smaller, but I couldn't, so it's just gonna be extra. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just gonna let this sit here and simmer, and then we are going to get our pasta added to this, and then we're going to throw it in a pan, put some mozzarella on top, and melt it in the oven. That fast. Okay, I'll see you back here in about 10 minutes. Okay, y'all. So my sauce is good and hot, and I already cooked my penne. I made it to where it was just barely al dente, and I only did about 2 cups worth dry to make as much as I've made here. So this can really be adapted to whatever you need. It's just something I'm just going to throw together real quick, throw in the oven, put some bread with it, we're done. Okay, so now you need to stick this in a, we're going to put this in a, if I can talk, we're going to put this in a greased 9x13 pan, and we're going to get some cheese and stuff put on it. Hang on just a second. Okay, y'all. So I got my 9x13 pan out that I use so much. I'm going to pour this. This is so heavy. Ugh. Pour this in the pan. Now, you don't have to mix them together, but I just like that better. Okay. And the meat can be anything. It can be ground beef, turkey, chicken if you wanted it to be, sausage, any of that. Your oven needs to be 375, and we're only going to do it until the cheese is melted and it's warmed through, which it kind of already is warmed through, but we didn't warm it through with the pasta in it, if that makes sense. And then I'm putting about a cup's worth of mozzarella on top. You can put any cheese that you have on hand, and I probably could have actually put more, but I didn't want to shred anymore. I was being lazy. All right, so 375 till cheese is melted and everything's heated all the way through. You need to make sure that it doesn't burn, and if it does, you need to cover it, which, I mean, if you're like me, you'd probably go ahead and cover it going in that way, because sometimes I forget that I'm cooking. All right, I'll see y'all back here in a few minutes when everything's finished. Okay, y'all, so this is the finished product. Didn't take long at all, and I'm ready to serve. I just gotta get my bread ready to go, and everything's set. Really simple recipe, and you can substitute any meat or any pasta that you want. So make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.